How's it going, everybody? I'm back with another video. Today is just a quick reading update. First thing that I finished, Greg Hurwitz, We Know, 2 stars. I love the Orphan X stuff, and I love most of other Greg Hurwitz stuff. This one is definitely, you could definitely tell this is one of his earlier stuff. It just didn't click with me. Basically, what you have is just a dude chilling in his apartment, and all of a sudden, SWAT team comes in, breaks in his windows, takes him off in a helicopter, and he's being told that there's a terrorist threatening to blow up a nuclear facility, and the terrorist only wants to talk to him. He mentions his name is Nick something. I can't remember his whole. Nick Horrigan. The terrorist says, by name, I want to speak to Nick Horrigan. So they come and get him. Nick doesn't have any idea what's going on. So when he gets there, the terrorist is basically like, hey, shit's going to get sideways. It has to do with your stepdad. Your stepdad was in the Secret Service. And some cover-ups have been happening. And that's kind of where the story takes off. Won't talk too much about the rest of the plot. That's just kind of the basic thing. Is Nick just has to figure out what the heck is going on, and I didn't enjoy the payoff. And it was kind of slow. It was very very slow. That being said, go check out the Orphan X series by Greg Hurwitz because it's 10 times better than this. Yeah, 2 stars. Next up, I finished this today. Relics of the Gods, the Echo Saga, Philip C. Quantrill, Book 3, and this is the first trilogy in this saga. So you can read this as a trilogy, and this is one of the best trilogies I've ever read. This has everything that I love. I highly recommend it. The arcs in this, the character arcs, are some of the best I've ever read. This is like John Gwynne level character arcs. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I have the fourth book, which is the start of a new trilogy, but it's going to be set in the same world, something like that. Excuse me. I didn't know that going into it. I thought it was a 9-book. It's a 9-book series. I thought it was just continuous, which kind of it is, but it's 9 books in 3 arcs. So getting ready to jump into the second arc. But yeah, Relics of the Gods, highly recommend it. It's amazing. It's awesome. It has everything a fantasy person loves. Just so good. Highly recommend. Can't talk to you about anything that goes on in this book because it's going to spoil the rest of the series. But let me tell you this. The last battle scene is about 200 pages long. And it's just epic. It's just one of the greatest battle scenes I've ever read. It's amazing. So go and check out the Echo Saga by Philip C. Quantrill. He's another. I can't wait to check out his other stuff, not just the Echo Saga. I have those all lined up on my Kindle. I'm going to go buy them all. But let's get through this series first. But I cannot wait. He's got a few more series. I think there's 2 other series that he's got. And he's still writing. So, what's up? What's next? Well, let's show you this one first. I did purchase a book. Mark Groening, Sierra 6. Don't ask how many, what this is. I keep on saying it's 6 or 7. It's definitely not. It's more like probably 10 or 9. But I have to read another one first. This is the next one I have to read after another series over there. But, yeah. Sierra 6, Gray Man series by Mark Groening, I should say. Fun series. What am I going to be currently reading now? What is next on the docket? Well, with my buddy Reed, with a guy at work, I finished. I should have pulled it. I did finish Red Rising, and now we're on to the 4th and final in this one. We're not going to Murtagh, I don't think, at least not yet. Down the road, if I don't know, I don't enjoy this stuff. He does. That's why we're gonna read it. But I don't like this series. I don't like this series, but we got Christopher Paolini's Inheritance, book 4. It's a big one. But it's easy. It's an easy read, but I just don't like it. It's definitely for a young adult. Like, yes, I know that this series is beloved, and I'm not trying to trash that. Just I don't like it. It's just because it's great for probably new fantasy readers. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran. I would say that. I have yet to read Game of Thrones, but I refuse. I take that back. I have read the first one. I have read A Game of Thrones, but I refuse. I refuse until that man can figure it out and finish it because I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Anyway, I'm going to read this next. This is One of Us by Craig DeLuey. Basically, what this is from what I can gather, is basically there is an orphanage. Kind of think of X Mansion. Is that what it's called? X Mansion? Yeah, from X-Men. I hope I'm getting that right because that sounds dirty now. I'm pretty sure it's called the X Mansion. I'm an MCU fan. I don't understand what the hell is going on here. Xavier Mansion. I don't know. X Mansion. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. Oh, Stan Lee and your weird names. All right. Basically, what this is you take the X Mansion and it's just kind of off somewhere, and there's a city. Well, they call that city their little orphanage or Enoch, I guess. Well, the people in the town right next door to this orphanage, Enoch City, I guess is what it's a. You know, it's a teenager living with a bunch of other orphans who are pretty. I guess you could say they're mutants. Is kind of what they're doing that. Anyway, the town next to this orphanage, they don't like that they're living next to this orphanage of freaks, if you will. And it's just a story of that tension. So this is not a trilogy. So it's just a single story. So it will be pretty interesting. I think I have read one other book by Craig DeLuey called Our War. I believe that's what it's called. I think that was like a it's a second Civil War, I think, and it was okay. It was okay. It was a little too more, and I'm pretty sure that's kind of what it was supposed to be. It's like more of a romance, a little bit of that stuff, young adult thing. So we'll see what this is. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. One of Us by Craig DeLuey. That's all I got, everybody. Take care and have a good one.